A homeless man discovered a strange stone in the desert. When he brushed away the sand on the surface, he was amazed to find that it might be a gold nugget. Excited, he turned to look at Tom, the driver who was fixing his car in the distance. After hesitating for a moment, he decided to call him over to take a look. As the saying goes, real gold fears no fire. So Frank took out his lighter to test it. The gold nugget showed no reaction, proving that it was indeed real gold. The two of them grabbed their tools and started digging, but they never expected that the gold on the surface was just the tip of the iceberg, and they couldn't reach the bottom. They used all their strength, trying to pry it loose, but the gold nugget wouldn't budge. Helpless, they tried to drag it with a car. But not only did the wheels get stuck in the sand, the rope they used also snapped. Seeing that these methods didn't work, they had no choice but to keep digging with shovels. A whole day passed, but the gold nugget remained buried underground, as if refusing to surface. Finally, Frank realized that this wasn't just a nugget of gold, but a gold mine. He suggested that Tom drive to the town to find an excavator while he stayed behind to guard the gold mine. However, it would take 4 to 5 days for the round trip, so Frank specifically told Tom, when renting the excavator, make sure to come up with a reasonable excuse, and not raise any suspicions. But Tom insisted that Frank should be the one to go since he wasn't familiar with the town, and he would stay behind to guard the gold. Surviving in the desert was incredibly tough. With the scorching heat during the day, and fierce wolf packs at night, Tom, being an outsider, would likely struggle to survive, but he insisted on staying, and Frank had no choice but to agree. He left him with water, canned food, a small knife, and the only satellite phone. The next day, Frank left, and Tom began his lonely days in the scorching desert. He rebried the gold, built a makeshift shelter from dry branches, and started a fire with some dry wood to keep the jackals away. That first night, Tom ate fresh canned food, wondering how he would survive the coming days. So, he took only a small bite, rationing it. The next morning, Tom woke up and, without thinking, immediately looked at the gold mountain. Just then, the satellite phone inside the tent suddenly rang.